Welcome to my top 10 fantasy series that the MC has an overpowered or has cheat-like abilities. Before we get to summary discussion, please support us by clicking the subscribe button if you like our compile manga video. We'll make sure to try our best to find the manga from newest to oldest series that we recommend you to read. Without further ado, let's get right to the topic. Number 10. A boy raised by gods will be the strongest. Will was a boy left to his fate in the middle of nowhere, but his luck changed when the gods gave him another destiny. That child who was destined to die is now destined to become the mightiest of all with the help of the god of the sword, the god of magic and the goddess of sanction. This is the story of a boy who raised by the gods and who will become the greatest hero and mightiest human alive in his land. Number 9. My gift level 9999 unlimited gacha. In this world there are 9 races, which is human, beast, dragon, elf, dwarf, and demon race. The human is looked down and discriminated against in this world as the most inferior race. Light was welcomed into the Legion because of his gift, a gift that might be owned by master or a cheat abilities. But in the end, their investigation showed that the Light is not a master. Since they decided to kill him. Light was about to be killed, but accidentally he steps on a transfer trap. He was teleported to the lowest level of the dungeon. In a desperate situation, Light hits the infinite gacha repeatedly. Luckily, he draws the Sir card a Mage level 9999. She helped repel the demons and saves his life. 3 years later, Light has built up the strongest nation in the depth of the dungeon. Number 8. Dorei Tensei. Sono Dorei, Saikyou no Moto Ouji ni Tsuki. Ars, the prince of the kingdom of carrots, who was called the strongest wizard, died at a young age. But on the verge of death, he uses reincarnation magic. Reincarnated as Walls Sai, a slave with the best body. Walls, who became the escort of a princess in a small country, became a matchless slave who used her best body and magic to crush all enemies. This is the story of a man who is reborn as the strongest mage warrior. Number 7. I hit the button for a million years and before I knew it, I was the strongest. The main character name is Alan. Alan is a boy who is despised as a failed swordsman. He is being looked down by the other people and his classmates. One day, desperate for a duel with an elite swordsman who bets on leaving Kenjutsu Academy, a mysterious hermit asks him if he will press the 100 million year button. Can the mysterious object really help him train for 100 million years? This is the story of a boy who will become the strongest magic swordsman on his land. Number 6. Slave of Black Knight. The main character worked like a slave in the chivalric order, where all the outcomes were exploited with his senior, but he was scouted by a pretty little girl who called herself a guildmaster. Initially he accepted half-jokingly, but after he was shown a great sum of advance payment, he decided to leave the chivalric order. When he went to the guild, he is given a title of S rank because of his previous achievement. This is a success story of a man who has never had a good thing since he was born. Number 5. The Unwanted Immortal Adventurer. The protagonist was an eternal copper rank adventurer of frontier area, Lent. He's unlucky as he meet a powerful monster inside of the labyrinth, got defeated, and when he noticed, he already became a bone man skeleton. Agonizing since he can't enter the town with his current condition, he's recalling about the existence of monster evolution. With a goal to gain a body with muscle, he defeats the monsters of the labyrinth. Number 4. The Iceblade magician rules over the world. The Arnold Magic Academy, a prestigious school that has produced a lot of great wizards. One boy, Ray White, decided to attend as the only wizard from an ordinary family. He is surrounded by students from aristocratic families and magicians who distance themselves from him. But people don't know. He is a person who has made a lot of achievements in the previous Far East fight, and now he is said to be the strongest of the 7 great wizards in the world. Despite being ignored as a magician, he will eventually show his power to those around him. Number 3. The Demon King of the Frontier Life, reincarnated to become the strongest mage. There was a mage called, the Lone Demon King, at the frontier. He was just a creature that never grew old, but he was loved by the villagers as something of a guardian deity. However, he was destroyed by a magic organization that sees his existence as dangerous. 200 years later, he is reincarnated as the second son of an aristocrat and obtains the strongest magic power. He didn't particularly think of revenge and has decided to pretend to be human in this second life. In his past life, he was the guardian deity of a region, and in this life, he's a local aristocrat but he does not know common sense. As the second son of an aristocrat, he is loved by his family and friends, and while he is regarded as a master of magic in the Magic Guild, he becomes an immortal mage behind the scenes. Number 2. The boy who had been continuously burned by the fires of hell. Revived, he becomes the strongest flame user. Hellfire, once sealed unquenchable fire, whose fierce flames can burn the entire world to the ground. Claire is an ordinary guy who lives in a border village and is sacrificed to an out-of-control fire. Experiencing inhuman torments in the hellfire, he would seem to have no chance of surviving. But he is still alive. He had endured the fury of hellfire. Claire literally rose from the ashes and returned to the world of the living, gaining the ability to control the hellfire. This is a fantasy story about the travels of a free hero who conquered the flame and cheated death itself. Lastly but not the least, number 1. Mushoku no Eiyuu, Betsu ni skill Nanka Iranakattan daga. In this world, classes or job are given at the age of 10, and the presence or absence of skills greatly affect life. Arl, the son of Sword Princess Farah and Magic King Leon, Arl has been branded as classless. But even without a job or skills, Arl believes he can persevere through effort. This is a story of a